Hello, my wrist-free warriors. This is one of the strongest, most intense wrist-free practices that I've ever taught. I hope you enjoy it. There's lots of options, but it's definitely not for beginners. There's going to be loads of standing poses. You're going to get really hot and sweaty, hopefully have some fun and feel great after. Take a moment to check out my Patreon channel below if you'd love to see more of these longer wrist-free practices. There's loads of content there for you that's available. Also, please subscribe, it really helps me out. Otherwise, let's get going. So let's begin. We're going to start standing at the front of the mat. So come into position with your feet about as wide as your hips. Spread the toes. Stand tall in your strength. Let's take a couple deep breaths to begin. Deep inhale, shine the palms forwards. Long, smooth exhale through your nose. As you breathe in, imagine drawing in courage and strength. As you breathe out, release any stress or tension. Breathing into a sense of your maximum potential. Breathing out, feeling rooted and grounded. Following me as you breathe in, arms up by the ears, palms join. Then exhale, bend your knees, fold gently down. We're going to warm up a bit here. Inhale, lift up halfway, slide your hands up your shins. Exhale, fold back down, bend the knees. As you breathe in, standing, arms up overhead, palms together, squeeze your butt at the top. Mountain pose. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, folding down into your strength. As you lift up halfway, slide the palms up the shins. As you exhale, fold back down. Start to stretch the legs. We're coming all the way up, palms overhead. Squeeze your butt, arch back a little bit. Mountain pose. From here, chair pose. Breathe in, arms by the ears. We're going to hold. Keep your arms wide, back feeling really strong. Sit the hips back like you're sitting into that chair. We're holding 4. Calm, smooth breaths with me. 3, 2, let's get those legs working. 1, exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway again. One last time, fold down into a deeper hamstring stretch. We're going to hold here. Doesn't matter if your knees are bent. Place your fingertips on the floor in front of you. Bring your chin into your chest slightly. And start to stick your butt up in the air. Lift your bum up, lift the sitting bones up. I'm going to stretch the backs of the legs quite a bit because we've got lots of standing poses coming our way. 1 more deep inhale. 1 more deep exhale, fold deeper. Chair pose, breathe in, arms by the ears. This time lift the heels off the floor. We're going to balance. Sit the hips low. 5, 4, keep your low ribs in a little bit of abdominal engagement. 3, shaky ankles. 2, maybe that's just me. 1, mountain pose, palms together. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding down. Lift up halfway again, long back. Left foot steps back, back knee down on the floor. Arms coming up, breathe in. Familiar sequence if you've done my videos before. Dragon wings coming back. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, arms back. One more time, maybe arch back, squeeze your butt muscles. Exhaling, tuck your back toes, lifting up. High lunge. From here, turn your palms forwards. We're going to pull the elbows down and back like a cactus shape. And inhale back. Let's do that again. Exhale. Inhale. Strong back muscles. Wakey, wakey. And let's step forwards, mountain pose. Take a breath here. Long breath out. Release your hands, second side. Inhale, arms up. Fold over long legs, get the stretch, lift up halfway. Right foot coming back, knee down. Arms lifting into strength and courage. Dragon wings. Channel your inner fire. Breathe in. Breathe out. The breath is like fanning the flames of your practice, getting us nice and toasty and warm. One more time, arms come up, back knee lifts. Press into the ball of the back foot, hold here. Palms turn forwards, exhale, elbows down and back. 2 more, breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Step forwards, mountain pose, take a breath. We're going to grow this sequence and repeat it, getting stronger each time. Release your hands, chair pose, breathe in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Lift up halfway. Left foot back again, back knee down. Arms lifting. Dragon wings. This time as you lift, palms in prayer at the heart. Take a deep inhale. Twist to the right, exhale. If you love micro details, squeeze your butt muscles on the left side, squeeze them. Rotate, strong through the spine. And then back to center. Let's release the hands up. Back knee comes up, hold high lunge. Palms face forwards. You're ready for some leg work. Elbows down and back, back knee down. 3, inhale up. 2. One more time. This time as you lift up, warrior 2, back heel down. Take a moment, find your feet. Spread through the toes. With me now, reverse. Both hands reaching forwards like you could pick up the sun. 2 more times, reverse. Let's get everything awake in the body, prepared for the stronger poses. Last one. This time as you reverse, lengthen your front leg, we're going to breathe here. Reach through that top hand. With the breath, seeing if you can keep it calm, even as the strength builds. Calm breath, calm mind. Triangle pose. As you inhale, reach forwards. Option to rest the hand on the shin, the ankle, or catching the big toe, which is where I'm going today. If you're catching the big toe, really take the chest forwards, get long in the spine. Begin to look up at the top thumbnail. 5. 4, press into the feet. 3, you've got this. 2, 1, bend your front knee, warrior 2. Side angle pose. Take your back foot half an inch further away, get longer and deeper. Right elbow onto the front thigh, top arm behind your back, like a British butler. Option 1, breathe here. Option 2, you can bring your fist to the floor if that feels okay in your wrist. Resting on the fist, it's a little bit kinder. Turn the chest, look to the ceiling. 3, 2, calm breaths. 1, push into that front heel, warrior 2. From here, high lunge, lift the back heel. Step forwards, hands on your hips, knee coming up into the chest. Get the knee high, point the foot and hold. As a little tip, move those ribs in. 3, I'm falling over. 2, no I'm not. 1, mountain pose, palms together. Take a breath here. Exhaling, second side coming your way. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, shoulders back, strong back muscles, right foot steps back, knee down. Inhale, arms lifting, arching back a little bit, dragon wings. Inhale, lift. Palms gather courage in prayer to the heart. Take a big inhale. Exhale, turn to the left. We're going to hold here. Top tip, squeeze your butt muscles on the right side. Really get more rotation. 1 more breath. And then let's release back to center. Arms up, back knee up, high lunge. Turn your palms to face forwards, take a pause. We're going to pull down and back, exhaling. Inhale. 2 more with me. Rising into strength. Last time. All the way up. Blossom into warrior two. Find your feet. Shoulders settle. Inhale, reversing. Both hands reaching for the sun. 2 more times. Keep that front knee really steady. No rattling around. Strong legs. And this time as you reverse, straighten the front leg, let's pause here. Reach through the top fingertips. Triangle pose. Generally we inhale forwards, exhale down somewhere on the leg. Triangle is about expansion, so really open the body wide. Begin to look at the top thumbnail. 5, 4. Slow the breath down. 3, 2, 1. Bend your front knee, warrior two. Side angle pose, take your time. Circling the top arm behind your back. Butler moment, but really go far across with the arm. Get it across as far as you can. Option to come down onto the left fist. Back foot is a little bit further away, remember. Turning the chest. 3. Focus the mind. 2. 1. Push into that front foot as you come up. Warrior two. High lunge. Hands to your hips like a Vogue cover model and knee coming up and into the chest. Get the knee really high. Squeeze in for 3. Ribs in for 2. And 1. Mountain pose, palms together. Take a pause, take a couple of breaths. Begin to release your hands. We're going to keep building. Chair pose, breathe in. Exhale, folding down. Getting stronger each time we move through this sequence. Halfway up. Left foot back, back knee down. Inhale, arms lift. Dragon wings behind you. Arms lift. Prayer twist to the right. Hook the elbow outside the knee gently this time. As a little tip, push the knee and the elbow together to turn a bit more. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off the floor. 5 breaths begin here. Push through the ball of the back foot. 4. 3, squeeze the glutes slightly. 2, 1, high lunge. Pull down and back just once. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two. From here, reversing. It's our first floating half moon. From here, reaching forwards, the hand stays off the floor. Find the balance a little bit higher up. Then once you have it, start to lower down, fingertips floating above the floor. 4. Press through the legs. 3. Straighten them out. 2. 1. Light step back, warrior two. Take a moment. Composure. From here, side angle pose, elbow onto the knee, top arm behind the back. Back foot an inch further away. Right fist to the floor, this time option to bind behind the right thigh, reaching and catching the fingers. Turn the chest towards the ceiling, look over your left shoulder. 5. Make this hard for yourself. Push through that front foot really firmly. 4. Strong hips. 3. 2. 1. Stay here. If you're in the bind, begin to straighten the front leg, turn the chest. It's optional. You can stay with the knee bent or following me. 3. 2. 1. Warrior two, push through the front foot. Take a breath. Focus. High lunge. Arms coming back for warrior three. Arms behind you for this first one. Point the back foot today. Once you have the balance, Move your right hip towards the back of your mat. Square the pelvis. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your hips. Left knee comes up and in. Pause. Right hand holds the left knee. Open the left arm, standing twist. It's hard to watch me and do this at the same time, right? It's hard to teach it. 3. Keep rotating. 2, 1. Mountain pose. Palms together. Deep inhale. Exhale through your mouth here. 2 more times, like a dragon breathing fire. Last one. Release your hands, take a breath. Moving to the second side, inhale, chair pose. Stay strong with me. Exhale, fold. Halfway up. Right foot stepping back, knee down. As you breathe in, find the flow, arching back. Dragon wings. Arms up. Prayer. Gather a sense of self-confidence to the heart. Even if you don't feel it, imagine, turn to the left, prayer twist. In prayer twist, sometimes you can use the top hand to help hold the thigh and get a little bit more of the shoulder outside the knee. Back knee coming up, back leg straight. 5, 4, breathe. 3, were you breathing? 2, 1, begin to release, high lunge, and warrior 2, graceful exit on my part. From here, let's reverse, half moon, hands free, coming up, reach forwards, back leg really strong. Imagine pushing your back heel into a wall behind you. 4, 3, stay with it. If you're falling out, it's not a problem. Just get back in straight away. 2, 1, step back, warrior 2. Take a pause, take a breath. Side angle pose. Left fist to the floor, back foot a little bit further away. Option to breathe here, or option to reach through, catch the fingers and bind. Especially if you're binding, turn the chest towards the sky. 5. Let's get nice and cozy here. 4. Push into that front heel. 3, 2, calm. 1, option to stay here or to straighten the front leg. If you're straightening, keep turning the chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the front knee, warrior 2, coming up. Breathe. High lunge, you've got this. Warrior 3, arms straight as arrows, point the back foot today. Left it moves back. 5, 4, trust in yourself. Falling out doesn't mean you're doing it wrong, it just means you're learning. 3, 2, we all have permission to learn, right? 1, hands on the hips, knee is coming up and in. Hold it. Left hand to the knee, standing twist. Really turn through the chest. 3, 2, ooh, my foot's aching. 1, mountain pose. Lion's breath in, like a dragon breathing out. Release your hands, take 2 or 3 breaths here. For a moment, reconnect to your sense of strength. Sequence is going to get really strong now. You've got this. You can take any of the previous options, or you could try some new things with me. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway up, shoulders back, legs straightening. Left foot back, back knee down. Arms coming up. Same sequence, but we're just adding new options here. Lean forwards. Arms up. Prayer twist to the right. Again, you could take the elbow outside the knee. If you've got lots of space, take the shoulder outside the knee and begin to open the arms. Eventually that left hand is gently on the floor. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee wherever you are. 5. Look up at the top hand if you dare, if it's lifted. 4. I'm saying that to myself. 3. 2. 1. Begin to release into high lunge. Warrior 2 coming down. Take a breath, take a pause. Root. Inhale, reverse. Half moon reaching forwards. Option 1, floating. Option 2, floating sugar cane. Bend the top knee, catch the inside edge of the foot. And if you have the foot, begin to push it back. It's not a dancer's pose. The right hand is low and close to the floor. 3. Dig deep. 2. Dancing round with me. 1. Step back. Warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale. Stability. Side angle pose one more time. Either right fist to the floor or binding the hands. We're going to come into half moon one more time. If you're not in the bind, come back into half moon. If you have the bind, keep the bind. Step the left foot forward slightly. We're going to lean forwards with the bind. Maybe begin to lift the left leg up, point the foot. 5. 4, higher and higher. 3, you can step out. 2, 1, warrior 2, everybody. Ooh, it's one of my hardest poses. Reverse. From here, warrior 2. High lunge. Arms coming back behind you, warrior 3. But this time, fingertips coming down into a standing split. Very light on the fingertips. Right hip moves back. Take hold of the ankle in the right hand. Option to add in the left hand hold for 5. 4, keep lifting the back leg. 3, you've got this, come on. 2, believe in yourself, I believe in you. 1, back up into warrior 3. Left knee coming into the chest as I dance around. I made it, did you? Hold the knee in, standing twist. Release, mountain pose. Palms together. Big breath in. Big breath out, you deserve it. Release the hands. 3 breaths. Heroic effort. We're taking all of that to the next side. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. As you lift up, lengthen the spine, lengthen the legs. Right foot coming back, knee down. Arms up. Dragon wings. Arms up. Prayer twist to the left. Again, maybe you take the shoulder outside the knee this time. Opening the hands, right fingertips could be gently on the floor. Back knee lifts. Option to look up at the top hand, if it's there. 5. Straighten the back leg. 4. 3. 2. 1. Stabilize as you exit. High lunge. Warrior 2, back heel coming down. Inhale to root. Exhale to root. Breathe in, reverse. Half moon, maybe into sugar cane. Take your time. If you're taking sugar cane, hold the inside edge of the foot. Push the hand away. 5, 4, 3, focus the mind. If you get frustrated, don't worry. 2, 1, step back, warrior 2, breathe. Side angle pose when you're ready. Maybe binding. Take a pause, take a breath, slow it down. And then half moon once again, or the bound version with me, stepping forwards. Really tough pose, I find it super hard. Let's see how it goes. Back leg coming up, 5, 4, smiling at yourself, 3, 2, 1. Exiting, not a moment too soon. Warrior 2. Give yourself a moment to find your high lunge. Hold. Arms back. Warrior 3. And slowly with control, fingertips down, standing split. Square the hips a bit. Move your left hip back in space. Left hand holds the ankle. Option to add in the right hand, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up into your warrior 3. It's okay if you have to step the foot down for a moment. I just did. But then bring that right knee up into the chest. Left foot working like crazy, right? Standing twist. Gently begin to release. Mountain pose. Shake the foot out if you need it. Breathe in. Big breath out. 2 or 3 breaths here, standing in the heat, in the radiant strength of your practice. It's not about doing the poses perfectly, it's about the effort and intention you bring, and I know you're bringing it right now. From here, slight change in the sequence, coming into a low squat, arms forwards. We're going to come to lie back down. You can use the hands behind you, or you can attempt a little roll with me, coming onto your back. From here, fingertips around your head, support with the hands, float the knees above the ground, above your hips. Curl up for a crunch. We're going to take bicycles. Bring your right elbow to your left knee, straighten the right leg. This is the starting position. We're taking 30, and they're slow. 1, switch. 2, 3, 4, really straighten the leg each time. 5, 6, slow is strong. 7, on my count, 8, 9, take the elbow outside the knee. 10, twist more. 11, 12, really turn. 13, 14, nearly halfway. 15, push your lower back down. 16, 17, 18, calm and breezy. 19, 20, 21, give yourself to the burn. 22, 23, it's nearly over. 24, 25, 26, stay with it, keep lifting up. 27, if you had to come back out, come back in. 28, 29, 30, release, glute bridge. Relax your arms beside you. Lift the hips, push to the heels. We're going to hold here. Imagine you're tucking your tailbone under, squeeze your glutes. 4 more breaths. 3, 2, 1, roll down. Big breath in, big powerful breath out. Take a moment, Boat pose is coming your way. Hug your knees in. Let's take a little rock up to sit. And as you sit, feet together, knees together, and let's lean back. Knees float, feet float. Squeeze your legs together firmly. Begin to release the hands. Option 2, straighten the legs. We're holding for 5. Lift the chest, 4. 3, if you're not as high as me, it doesn't matter. It took me years to get this height in this pose. 2, keep lifting, best effort. 1, cross the legs. Take a moment, fold forwards. Big breath. Big exhale. 1 more. As you come back up, we're going to find a way to come into the squat. As a really tough challenge, you might go hands-free with this. Watch me for a sec. I'm going to roll back and see if I can come up onto my feet. Ah, I made it. Give it a go. I'll meet you here, one way or the other. And once you're there, chair pose, hips back, feet straight. 5. 4, you can look up to the hands now. 3, 2, 1, mountain pose. Take a breath, steady yourself. It's the final push now, last powerful standing sequence. Dig deep with me, you've got this. Give it your all. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Same sequence, lift up halfway. Left foot steps back, knee down. Arms up, arch back, dragon wings. Arms up, prayer twist. This time if you're taking the shoulder outside the knee, maybe you open the arms, or maybe you find the really tricky bind in this pose, catching the hands underneath. It's very optional, but the back lean lifting is not. Lift the knee just here for 3, 2, 1. High lunge. Warrior 2. Same sequence. Less time in the poses this time round. You'll be pleased to know. Half moon. If you're taking sugar cane, take a moment to find it. And then beginning to step back once again, warrior 2. Side angle pose, maybe binding. We're all going to take half moon again. If you're in the bind, keep the bind initially. Lift the back leg. But then if you have the balance in the bind, release the bind, float up into half moon, keep the back foot off the floor. Everybody with me in half moon. Warrior 3, keep the back foot off the floor, back leg strong. Fingertips down to the ground, standing split. From here, we're going to stand up and bring the left knee into the chest. Release the fingers, float the knee up and in. Hands on your hips, please. Left leg straightens and points. Option 1, breathe here. Option 2, keep the foot high, send the hips back, tap the heel to the ground, baby pistol squat. If this is really easy for you, release the hands, come all the way down and all the way back up. 2 or 3, choice is yours. And then from here, mountain pose. Feet together, palms together, your right ankle, cross it over your left knee, hips back. Let's give that right foot a little bit of rest. 2 more breaths. Gently coming out, mountain pose, no break, straight through second side, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Lift, breathe, remember the breath. Right foot back. Arms up. And dragon wings. Keep it light. I know it's hard. A light attitude to practice, but serious commitment. Prayer twist. Trick to the bind is getting the shoulder right outside the knee if you're going for it. Back knee coming up. Holding 3, 2, 1. Without exploding when you release. High lunge. Warrior 2. Take a breath, compose yourself, settle. Give yourself to the heat, to the strength. Half moon. Sugar cane if you're taking it. Floating style. And then beginning to release, step back, warrior 2. Side angle pose. Again, if you're binding, hold the fingers lightly, but keep the bind. Everybody leaning forward, whichever position you're in, my friend. Back leg begins to lift. If you're in the bound version, find the balance first and then release up into half moon. Back foot stays up. Warrior 3. Breathe, stay with it. You're nearly there, so close. Fingertips down, standing split. Get ready to bring the right knee up into the chest. Bend the left knee, hands float up. Catch the knee as it comes past you. Hands to the hips, straighten the front leg. We're going to hold, option 1. Option 2, baby pistol squat, hips back, tap the heel to the floor, come back up. Option 3, all the way down. And all the way back up. Mountain pose. Palms together, left ankle over the right knee. It's the last standing balance. Hooray. 3, 2, 1. Mountain pose. Big breath in. Dragon breath out. 5 breaths here. You might close your eyes. We're going to start to cool things down with deeper stretches. Step out into a wide stance, lengthways down your mat. Hands to your hips. Turn your feet in slightly. This pose is called Prasarita. As you inhale, lift the chest. It's a lovely wide-legged forward fold. Exhale, folding forwards. From here, take your fingertips to catch the big toes or the ankles. Inhale, lift your chest for a sec. And then exhale, fold down between the legs. If you love the micro details, pull your shoulders back gently away from your ears. So you get used to using your back muscles in poses. We often forget about them, but they're so helpful for stability. One more breath. Slowly release the hands to the hips and gently come back up. From here, bring your palms together gently. Turn your feet out just a touch, a smidgen. We're going to send the hips over towards the right. I'm going to mirror you, lowering down. Option 1, breathe here. If you've got the space, coming all the way down. If you're really low, you can turn the left toes to the ceiling. Sit on the floor, but we've got to get back in. So if you sat on the floor, a little bit of effort, come back up and through center. Great. Next side. Slowly lower down. Maybe you hold here, maybe you go lower. Maybe you roll and sit down. Right toes turn up, and then let's get back. So Pressing up through center. And we're going to step to the front of the mat, mountain pose. From here, inhale, arms up for the last time. Exhale, fold. Lift up halfway, left foot coming back. We're going to breathe here in the lunge. Arms up by the ears. Send the hips forwards and down. Rather than collapsing into your lower back, think about lifting up away from the lower back. Option 1, breathe here. Option 2, you might take this to a back bend if it feels good. Begin to arch back, breathe gently. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, fingertips gently around the front ankle, very lightly. Lengthen the front leg for a moment. Sit back towards the left heel. And then from here, we're going to step forwards into the fold one more time. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back. Knee coming down. Again, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, like the crescent moon in the back of the body. Maybe you breathe here, lower the hips down. Imagine lifting your whole rib cage away from your hips. Maybe arching back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Fingertips around the front ankle. Sit back towards the right heel, forward fold. And then from here, once again, we're going to step forwards into the forward fold, Uttanasana. This time, bend your knees. We're going to come back and sit on the ground. I'm going to turn to face you. Bring the soles of your feet together for cobbler's pose. Feet together, gently hold the feet. As you breathe in, lift the chest, shoulders down, like a finishing school, an elegant woman with a big necklace, showing off the necklace. The chest is really open, neck is really long. And then we're going to keep that feeling, lean forwards, chest towards the feet, shoulders gently back. In this pose, don't try and force the knees to the ground with the hands. Think more about taking your lower ribs up and forwards, which over time tends to send the knees down by itself. Doesn't matter how low you are. Just breathing into whatever stretch is present. Let's slowly come up. We're going to take the legs out into a wide V shape, toes point up. You can use your fingertips behind you if it's hard to sit tall here. But we're going to bring the right foot against the left thigh. And then take your left hand to hold the bent knee. So we're going to be twisting. Just take a moment, double check. I'm mirroring you. Your left leg is straight, your right knee is bent. Turning into the twist. Begin to take the back arm up by the ear, so it should be your right one. We're going to side bend. Option 1, breathe here. Option 2, release the left elbow to the floor. Option 3, shoulder to the thigh, and the top hand catches the toes in the twist. 4 more breaths. 3. And just stretching out those back muscles that worked really hard in all the half moons and warrior 3s. 1 more. And use a little bit of strength to come out. Let's change sides. Again, you can use the hands behind you if that feels better. Otherwise, right hand to the bent knee, sit tall and twist. As things cool down, you can check in with your jaw and the muscles of your face. If they're a bit tense, if you were gritting your teeth in the standing poses, release all of that. And then coming back, starting to arch over, left bicep, left arm by the ear, leaning over, maybe elbow down, maybe shoulder down. How could you create a feeling of calmness here, even if the stretch is deep? 3, 2, 1. Coming out on an exhale, we're going to release the legs to the front of the mat and lie down. For a moment, let's take a final twist. Move your hips to the right a few inches, maybe 2 or 3. Bring both knees into your chest, and then take them over to your left. And turn your head to look down towards your right hand. And take a big breath in and out. And then let's change sides, coming back, hips into the middle, and then hips over to the left. Knees coming in and coming over into the twist. See how much you could relax the body here. Big breath in, big breath out. And then we're coming back into center, and I think it's about time we had a little rest, right? It's going to take a couple minutes here. Stretch the legs out. In shavasana, it's good to really spread the arms and legs out, get them feeling long and spacious. And take a deep breath into your whole body and empty everything out. Heroic effort today. But nothing left to do other than rest in the glow of the practice. See what muscles could relax around your eyes and your face. Could you let the shoulders go just a little bit more heavy? Release. And the legs. Breathing here quietly for another minute together. You're welcome to rest longer if you have the time. Otherwise, breathing a little deeper and wriggling your fingers and toes. Take a moment to stretch out in a way that feels good. And then walk your feet in. And gently rolling to one side. Just take a couple breaths on the side. And then finding a gentle way to come up. So we'll close sitting. You might join the palms if it feels good. And take a little bow to your inner strength, the fire within. It's there. Knowing that each time you practice, breathe and focus, hopefully we get a little stronger and a little kinder. So thank you so much for joining. Heroic effort for making it through this practice. It was a tough one, so well done. I can't wait to see you next on the mat for more wrist-free yoga and Qigong and Tai Chi. Check out my Patreon channel below if you'd like to see more of these exclusive, longer wrist-free practices. I've got loads of videos there, and it's a really low monthly subscription. Helps me keep doing what I'm doing and gives you new content you won't have seen before. Until next time, have a great day.